I'm going over my mock drafts today for the AFC West and the NFC West. To be honest, both these divisions had the Super Bowl representative. Obviously, the AFC West had Super Bowl winner in the Kansas City Chiefs, and the 49ers came in second place, which, if you ain't first, you're last. All right, so let's start off with obviously the two best teams in the division were the Kansas City Chiefs and the 49ers. The worst team I'm going to start with the NFC West since they didn't win the Super Bowl. So the worst team is the Arizona Cardinals. In this draft, I see them going for a wide receiver or edge. They have the fourth pick, which is a very good pick because they have their starting quarterback. They can get the best, I believe, the best player in the draft because the first three teams in this draft are definitely going to get quarterbacks. This is debate who we think the best quarterback in the draft is, but these teams are definitely going QB. You know, Washington going QB. Freaking the Bears got rid of Fields. They're going QB, and the Patriots, if they keep that draft pick, they're going QB. They out of the top three teams, who I think is most likely to trade would be possibly the Patriots because they need a lot on offense. Quarterback is a need, but if you don't have good wide receivers, then who fucking cares about who your quarterback is, right? All right. So I think the Cardinals are going to pick Marvin Harrison Jr. with this pick. Like I said, he's the best wide receiver in the draft. I don't care what all these crazy people are saying. You know, they have him sliding down because of people's 40 times. I'm going to let people know. I watch tape more than I fucking pay attention to people's 40 times, all right? You can run. Can it help a person's draft status? Of course it can. But it doesn't really hurt me, like who I see as the best position player. Now, like positions like corner and stuff like that, yeah, you want a speed, like the 40 time is important. But other than that, like wide receiver, running back, quarterback, whatever, I want to see what's on tape. Are they getting called from the back? No, never. Okay, well they have some type of speed. I don't give a fuck where the speed is coming from. They have it when they're playing football field. No one's catching them from the back. So Marvin Harrison, he does not have to run a 40 for me to know that this guy does not get caught from the back ever. And he's had great competition. All right. So that's why I see the Cardinals getting. I don't see them trading back. I feel like this is the guy they want. This is the guy they need. They're going to stay with it, and they're going to go with Marvin Harrison. They do need an edge rusher, but this draft is filled with edge rushers. They do need some O-line help, but this draft is filled with O-line help. I know they say this draft is filled with wide receivers, but to me, the first 3 or 4 receivers are the elite. They are going to make an impact next year. Will there be some receiver taken later that has a big, you know, a big thing with his team? Like he's going to come in and produce more? Yes. Hello. But to me, absolutely the Cardinals. Hello. I said hi. They're definitely going to be getting Marvin Harrison Jr. Wow, this person keeps. All right. Now we got the Seahawks at 16. I think I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks. They need offensive line help. They need inside linebacker help. They need QB help. It's a new regime in Seattle. So this is why I think the quarterback position might be coming up because nobody that is coaching that team owes Geno Smith nothing. All right, Geno does not is not secured for his job next year. So I think with the 16th pick, I think that the Seattle Seahawks, since it's a new regime and everything, I think they might get. I think this is where J.J. McCarthy goes. He's quarterback out of Michigan, and I believe he is going to get drafted by Seattle. It's a new, like I said, it's a new regime. Nobody on that coaching staff owes Geno Smith anything. And, I mean, they already have a good roster. All they need to go above is a franchise quarterback. I'm not saying Geno's a bad quarterback. I'm just saying, usually with big change like this, you're going to see a bunch of new moves. And I believe Geno is going to be out, obviously. All right. So, the next team in this division is the Rams. They have the 19th pick overall. Everybody knows that my man retired. Peace. All right. So they need a defensive tackle. I believe that they're going to go out and get the defensive. Now, this guy played for Illinois, and I know. Illinois, small school, not really big competition going on there. So I believe they're going to go get Newton. He's a defensive tackle to take Aaron Donald's place. You can play him inside and out. I've watched the tape on him. He has good lateral movement for a big man. I think they need to replace that defensive tackle bad. I know some people say they're going to go after an edge because Aaron Donald was more of an edge rusher, but to me, Aaron Donald was a defensive tackle. Yeah, you could put him to the outside, you could place him inside, but he was the anchor of that defense. And I believe Newton, he has good size, he has good hand speed, quick off the ball, and good lateral movement. I feel for that defense, that's a big replacement to have, is to try to fill Aaron Donald's shoes. But the problem is, you got to do that with multiple players. He was so good at the football, man. He was amazing. And he's from PA. What? We're from PA. Ooh, don't know what that was. PA. Got my glasses on today, and that fucking light is burning. But whatever. So, like I said, I like Newton. I just, the competition he went against last year was not, but I could see him going there and, being productive in that Ram system. All right. Now, the next team, obviously, is the first place in the division and first place in the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers, they need cornerback help and they need safety. Now, they have all pros at safety, but they're a little long in the tooth. And for where you're picking, you're picking for depth. They don't need defensive line help. They don't need. I mean, they might draft a wide receiver at this position because it's the best available, and I feel like they're gonna get better. But I think they're gonna go with safety. I think they're gonna go with Javon Bullard from Georgia. He's amazing. He can play the run. He's very good in pass coverage. He has no real lapse in his game. I like him. He's got good size. He's got good lateral from side to side. Good in zone. Good in man. He's a beast. I feel like he's a hybrid kinda, but not really. He's a safety. Back in the day, that used to be a safety. He covered and he stopped the run. That's what a safety is. It's good to be the 49ers because they can draft best available. So, do I see an outcome where they get a receiver? Yes. Do I see an outcome to where they trade out of the first round and they get more draft picks and for better depth? I see that too. Question is it going to happen? Maybe. All right. Now we're here at the AFC West. Obviously, Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl winners. Last place in the division and was a shit show last year. The LA Chargers, they got rid of everybody in their coaching staff. They have Harbaugh now. They got rid of both their receivers. They got rid of their running back. And they need offensive line help. Now, do I think Jim Harbaugh is going to take them to the playoffs next year? It could happen. But they have a lot of pieces they need to get. They need wide receiver, running back, and O-line. All right, their defense is solid, though. So, they have the 5th pick. So, this is how I envision. Marvin Harrison going to be taken as the first receiver. Now, Malik Neighbors from LSU, I believe he will be the second receiver taken. Now, the issue I have with Malik is on film, you see on running plays, he isn't giving effort. So, to be a John Harbaugh wide receiver, you have to block downfield. That is part of it's like that San Francisco culture where you have to give it, you have to block, you have to be a complete football player, not just a wide receiver. So I don't know if they're gonna. There's a lot of wide receivers in this draft. Talent-wise, catching the ball, Malik Neighbors probably is gonna go after, and his speed is probably gonna go after, Marvin Harrison. Now, could the Chargers trade back? Yes, they could trade back if they like another receiver that they can get later in the draft, and then then pick up more picks. Maybe get another second rounder. Maybe get another. Maybe get a second and third, and maybe next year's first, because it is a high. 5th is very high. There's going to be a lot of teams wanting quarterbacks, and they're not going to want them to be gone by the time it comes to like the 12th, 13th, 14th pick. Shit, the Giants might trade just because it's so nobody else gets it. They're like, well, if all these people are going to try to trade up, we're going to try to trade up. Sorry, I just burped. My bad. So, but as it stands, I see them taking Neighbors. Many other situations might happen, but I definitely see them catching on with Neighbors, all right? Then we got the 12th pick, Denver. They need everything. I don't even know where to start. They have the 12th pick. They need a quarterback. I know they just got Wilson from the Jets, but he fucking sucks. Sorry. He sucks. He sucks donkey dick. He's fucking horrible at the football. He can make every throw. Maybe he's going to be a Peyton project and he'd be like, I can teach this guy to play good football. But they need, as you saw last year, it wasn't Wilson's fault they were losing. They just don't have all the pieces that they need to win football games. So I see them, I think they might trade out. But I think they can get a good offensive tackle / guard because their offensive line is holy. Well, they need quarterback. They need offensive line. They need defensive line. They need running back. They need a lot. This team, they need wide receiver. They need everything. They have no money. But I think they're going to go with Troy Futana from Washington because he can play tackle and he can play guard. He's played both in his collegiate career. He's excelled in both. So I don't see any issues with him transitioning into the NFL. Like, they could plug him and play him right away in different positions. So this is a plus for Denver, but it's also a negative. They really need... I feel like Denver needs to stockpile picks. So I don't know if they're going to stay at 12. They could move back, and they have to pick maybe next year. I don't know. They have a lot to work on. All right. The 13th pick is the Las Vegas Raiders. All right. So they need a quarterback. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They need a QB ASAP. Uh, Adams is not getting younger. I know they have this different mentality now. They lost it. They need a QB, and they need to put up points because I know everybody that watches my show, that I watch a lot of NFL football, and I always say I love defense. But let's be real. The Raiders don't have a good enough defense to win a championship. They need points. They need to have a team that can steadily put up 20-something points a game, all right? Now, do the Raiders have other holes? Yes. But do I think that it's like, how can I explain? Do I think that they can hide it with good quarterback play? Yes. So I think the Raiders go, and I think this is where Michael Penix Jr. Comes out, is with the 13th pick. I don't see him going top 10. I think he's better than what some people are saying. But I see him going to the Raiders. I think the Raiders, that's their man. I think his worth ethic and how he keeps progressing, and he has this never say die attitude. I think that he has that Raider mentality that they want with that team. And, that's cool. I understand it. I get it. It's awesome. All right. So, the last pick in the first round goes to the Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chiefs. What do the Chiefs need? They need wide receiver and DB. Right? But also, who's known for getting best possible, the best skilled person left is Andy Reid. He's been doing it for years. He doesn't care if he has 15 great running backs on the team. If the best available player is a running back, he's going to get a running back. But I think they do address need with the 32nd pick. And this is the dilemma I have. I know a lot of people, and I've already put Keon Coleman already drafted in one of my mock drafts, but apparently he's been falling and falling and falling because of his 40 time. Bro, I've watched his tape. I have not seen him get caught from behind any time. I understand 4.6 140 is slow, I guess, for a wide receiver. But Chad, there's so many people that ran bad 40s. Chad Ochocinco, Terrell Owens. 40 doesn't it's not a fucking do or die for these positions for wide receiver. Dude, can he make separation? Yes. Does he catch the ball? Yes. Does he run good routes? Yes. Does he block downfield? Yes. Can he win on the 50-50 balls? Yes, he's 6'4". But they have him going in the second round now, which I think is a mistake. So this is how I see it. Rather Mitchell or Coleman are going to be left at this draft position for the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they could get a good value corner in the second round. So I believe that they get Mitchell or Coleman, whoever's going to be there. They need. I know they got Hollywood Brown. I think they need. Coleman would be good as a big receiver for them. Hollywood Brown's not going to catch 50-50 balls for you. He's only 5'9". All right? I don't care what it says on his profile. That dude is 5'9", 5'10". It's 5'10". There are kickers taller than Hollywood Brown. No, and Hollywood Brown's a good player. Don't get me wrong. But he's a separation player. Like, you're going to throw it, he's going to run underneath it, and he's going to be out. That's what Hollywood Brown is, all right? All right, so tomorrow night is my draft watch along. I am going to have my boy here. We are going to be discussing. So everybody on the page that is familiar with me, I'm going to Facebook. I will, if you follow me on Facebook, I will be Facebook living from 7:15 to about 7:45 discussing. I'm a Bucks fan, so I'm going to talk Bucks, and then he's a Denver Bronco fan, so he's going to talk about the Broncos. But we're going to just have a good time and react. It's going to be live reaction. Now, you know that when you watch, it is not going to be exactly the same time. There is a delay for the, like, as I'm watching the draft. So just give me some time, or you can link up us, because we are going to have on the NFL Network and the draft going on at the same time, so we can watch that. Not, I think I'll have ESPN's coverage better, because I think I'll be watching McAfee on ESPN.com. So I'll be watching that. Can't be on YouTube because I'm going to be YouTubing live. So I'll be watching that on ESPN.com on my TV. I'll be YouTubing with you guys. All right. Let's have a good time. This is Batfan, and I'm out.